Welcome to Sports Talk in the Mancave. We're back again. We're going to discuss today a couple of topics. First of all, Super Bowl recap. Let's start with describing the Super Bowl with 3 words.
Tons of food.
Okay, not really about the game.
Exactly.
My 3 words. I was right.
A complete yawner.
Yeah. Record-setting punt.
Okay.
Perfect. I personally, I thought the Super Bowl was pretty exciting. It was. I liked the defensive struggle. It was like a chess match. Now, chess is a little boring, but this was a football game, and I don't think it was that the offenses were bad. I think the defenses were great, and that's what made it a very good, exciting game for me to watch.
I think both coaches did a good job, and that's what made the defenses great. But like I said, Goff not ready to win a Super Bowl, and Belichick outcoached McVay.
Yeah, we were right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I mean, could he have been outcoached any worse? First 7 possessions were punts for the Rams. The entire game, they did not have one red zone possession. I mean that's completely dominated by Belichick. Mm-hmm. I mean, I never wanted to give the guy credit because he's so annoying in the way. But I mean, hands down, he has to be known as the best coach.
When you go a quarter and a half with only 1 first down, that's not a very exciting game. Well, maybe great
that's on Goff and the head coach.
That was the coaching,
and it has to do a little bit.
I didn't, and I was wrong, on the team that was going to win. I didn't expect for their defense to play that great, and to stop the high flying offense of the Rams, and I expected their defense to do exactly what they did. The defense played well enough to win it, but their defense played even better.
Yeah. One thing we were wrong about was we all said it was going to be a high-scoring game.
Exactly.
Okay, that's one thing we were all wrong about.
The majority of people, they were playing as if they both didn't want to go to the White House, right?
They didn't want to
I wish I would have put the $250 bet that the Rams were just going to score 3 points.
That guy won
$100,000.
Yeah,
$100,000.
God.
Now, I don't know if Belichick is that great. I don't know why other people and other teams don't copy him and mimic and study what he's doing on the defense.
But they've tried. I think he has the most proteges coaching in the NFL. I mean, they just can't. I mean, they can't.
I think what he has is something you can't copy. I think he just knows how to study the game, watch film.
You can't be anyone else. When you're a coach, you have to be yourself. You can add things from other coaches and take them and make them yours, and in your style. But you can't be anybody else.
You can't have his mind, and that's what sets him apart from everybody else. He can watch film, break it down, and know what he has to do against somebody. He knows how to take away someone's biggest weapon, and nobody else can figure exactly out how to do that.
I mean, it seems like that West Coast offense is kind of effective against him. I mean, if you notice Kansas City, second half, I mean, they really tore up the Pats offensively. Last year, the same West Coast offense, who the protege of Andy Reid is the Peterson, is that his name? They tore him up bad. I mean, I think they had 507 total yards against the Patriots. So, I mean, maybe that offense is more susceptible to Belichick than anybody else.
But it seems also that the first half, he always seems to stop them and confuse them just enough. And then when they figure it out in the second half, it's too late.
You see, that's another thing with McVay. He didn't seem to make any adjustments.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried to get Gurley involved a little bit more, but I don't think he was 100%.
The coach makes a big difference, but they have the players to do what he wants to do. You know, if he didn't have the players, they protected Brady pretty well. They rushed him. They made him throw some errant balls. He didn't do that great. He threw an interception on the first possession.
Yeah, that was a bad throw.
That
was a duck.
And from all reports, Gurley was healthy. They didn't even run him that much. I don't understand how you don't give that guy the ball. I mean, he carried you most of the year. He's 100% healthy, and they kept doing that rotation. I mean, it was completely debacle.
I don't think he wasn't. I think they were saying he was 100% healthy just to give off that impression. But if he's 100% healthy, they're gonna give him the ball.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was 100%.
Now, do y'all think Edelman was the MVP?
I do.
Hey, he made all those key catches.
He had like 10 catches?
10 catches for 141 yards, I think.
I disagree. I think they should have given it to a defensive player. I mean, when you hold the Rams to 3 points when you hold the Rams to 3 points. I mean, you pick somebody out there. I think the guy had an interception, had a sack, and also a couple of tackles. But when you hold a team that's averaging 32 points a game in the regular season to 3 points, you got to give it up to the defense.
And
I mean, a safety and a field goal would have done the job.
But I think he does deserve the MVP. He had a lot of key catches. But didn't it seem like if the Ram defense wasn't ready for Edelman? Did you see him running loose all the time?
They basically weren't. They didn't give him any respect. I think that's what it was. But who else are they going to guard in that team?
No, when you think of the Patriots, you think of Edelman and Gronk. So, I mean, they did. I think they just got lost. Maybe they were shell-shocked. The lights, I don't know what it was.
2 weeks to get ready for them, man.
Right.
The man was running free all night long.
2 weeks. You know they throw him the ball the most. And Gronk doesn't seem to be 100% either.
And maybe Josh, you got to give also credit to Josh McDaniel. I mean, the play calling, I mean, it's always guys wide open. Always guys wide open. I mean, it's not even close, you know.
Now they criticize Brady for not having a great game or anything. I think you put another quarterback in there, they'll lose the game. Brady won the game.
I think so. I agree with that.
Brady did not win the game. Brady did not win the game.
That one pass to Gronk right there, man. I mean, that was all he needed.
What makes
But he
Brady
got that
special?
one drive.
That's what makes him special. When you need it the most, he's going to come through. Goff had a chance to do the same thing. Like I said, he wasn't ready to win a Super Bowl. He didn't come
What
through.
did you all think of that call that I think changed a lot of the momentum when the guy caught the ball in the backfield and got hit? I don't think we're playing football here anymore. They called it a defensive receiver.
Oh,
he
yeah.
had caught the ball already.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That was that. Things have to change.
I think
But
I was
in that
18 at
sense.
that time.
But that didn't affect the game that much.
Well, what it did was
changes.
what it did was it got the defense tired. That very first drive, it kept the momentum going, and then the defense got tired second half. First half, they were on Brady. Second half, I mean, he stood back there, he tied his shoes, checked his watch, finally let the ball go, and the guy was wide open. I mean, so it kind of did the grind.
Had some adjustments on the line too. That
Right. Well, they got tired. They got tired.
That play right there would have been the second play in a row for a loss. It would have been about 3rd and 20.
I mean, but it didn't cost them points.
3rd and 20 from the 10. They got the ball on the 40.
But it didn't cost them points.
Well, it kind of changes the way you play the game.
I mean, when the score is 0-0,
It still does.
Well, I think, and like I said, I think the Super Bowl is okay. It wasn't the greatest Super Bowl ever. I think they could have picked even 2 MVPs, like when the Cowboys won.
Yeah.
You know, from the defensive side instead of Edelman. Okay. But you know, it was a good game. And
Gilbert, trivia: who were the 2 MVPs from the Dallas Cowboys?
Defensively or offensively?
They were two
in the one game. In the one game.
Larry Brown.
No. On the one game when there was 2 Cowboys called MVP for the Super Bowl.
And they beat the Denver Broncos.
Oh, you're talking about in the 70s?
Yes.
When he was
Chuck Howley?
No, that was 60s.
Okay. Wrong era.
What was it?
Was it Hollywood Anderson?
Was it Harvey Martin and Randy White?
Yes.
Bam.
That was my third guess.
That was the third
You didn't
guess.
answer it.
You're old, man.
Okay.
No, you wanted me to answer it. I answered it.
We always bring the Cowboys back into the
Stumped you
conversation,
again.
right? And now, one last thing on the NFL. Next year's Super Bowl. He's not ready. There you go.
I think that we're going to get the Super Bowl that we wanted this year, which would be the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs.
I think the Rams and the Chiefs. Goff might be ready next year.
I'll agree with the Chiefs.
That's an easy one.
I'll agree with the Chiefs. Well, it wasn't that easy. They didn't make it this year. So, I'll agree with the Chiefs.
That's
and
3 Chiefs teams that are going on.
I'll agree with you
the
with the
Chiefs?
Chiefs, and I'll agree with you with the Chiefs. And I'll have to take. It would probably have to be the Rams again.
So I don't think the Chiefs can make it next year. This was their year. Their quarterback's good. A lot of bad things can happen, and that one team may break apart somehow with injuries and things like that.
And salary cap too.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're only left with one team. The Cowboys will make it to the Super Bowl next year.
How did I not know that was coming?
The Cowboys.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
Against?
Oh God. I'm gonna say for the 4th time, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Damn, what?
I know they might be terrible, but they're gonna surprise you. But as long as Ben Roethlisberger's there, they have a chance.
Ben
Kind of like
Roethlisberger is not the Ben Roethlisberger of 3 years ago.
And they're losing Antonio Brown.
It doesn't matter.
Big
They got Juju.
Ben finds receivers. Big Ben makes receivers.
When we sit here next year and we record the Cowboys beating the Pittsburgh Steelers, you guys are gonna say, "Man, how'd you know?
God,
How did you know?"
you're a time traveler.
I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Put money down now. All right. Well, let's move on to our next topic, which is his favorite topic. Gilbert loves the Lakers,
They're hard.
and so we need to talk about the possible trade. Why don't we start
With
here?
Carlos.
I heard that the Lakers are done talking to the Pelicans and they're open to a counter offer, but they're not going to offer anymore. Which I agree with. They're basically offered everything they have already. What else can you offer?
They offered all the young core, plus 2 draft picks or 3,
2, I think. it was.
but they offered the whole young core. And my thing was the Lakers could get them if they make a great offer. There's not going to be a greater offer that they're going to make.
Exactly.
So maybe the Lakers won't get them.
Now they offered
But
4 players.
They offered Ball, Kuzma, Ingram, Hart, and
Zubac or KCP? Reportedly, some of them he's off, some of them he's on,
So-
some of them Ingram's off, some of them he's on.
So they offered 4 or 5 players because they even offered Zubac, and I'm pretty sure that Hart was included in that group.
Yeah. And
No,
I heard
maybe-
that
Go ahead.
they also Magic Johnson was going to be traded also.
That would,
Yeah, no, they offered him the house, the kitchen sink, the restroom, everything, and you know what? Everything they asked for, they got it, and they said, "I want more. I want more." Now we want 4 first-round picks. Now we want this.
Yeah,
they just don't want to deal with the Lakers.
they're making it ridiculous, and that's exactly what I said last talk that we had.
They're not gonna get a
that
better
they don't want
offer.
to that
No,
they
they're
don't that
not.
they don't want to make the Lakers any better, and
Also, they're in the same division.
But the Pelicans should look at this, and I'll tell you why. Because if they get AD, what LeBron wants is to win right now. So they're not going to bring young kids. They're going to bring older guys.
They're going to be stars.
They're going to bring, but they're stars, but they're going to be older stars that could fit around him. And it's not like the big stars.
Right.
So these guys aren't going to last forever. They may go 2-3 years doing good and maybe not even good enough to beat the Warriors.
I think Warriors are breaking.
But after those 2-3 years, they're going to have to start to rebuild again.
I disagree.
Right now,
I mean, Anthony Davis is 20. He just turned 26 years old. I think next month he turns 26 years old. When you have a guy like that, the players want to play with an anchor like that. Players want to play with an offensive and defensive big man,
yeah.
and they're going to attract the free agents.
And
the next
Kawhi
year's
still wants to go there.
I mean, that's one of the best free agent crops to come out. Even if they don't get Kawhi Leonard, they will get a max free agent.
so you don't think he'll have the effect that LeBron had, where there was some players saying that they did not want to go play with LeBron?
Well, Anthony Davis kind of changes things. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't want to play with LeBron, you want to play with Anthony Davis because he protects the rim and he does a lot of little things, intangibles that everybody wants to play with a guy like him. Very unselfish player.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's not going to happen though.
It's going to happen.
I think they'll cave in at the last moment.
It's going to happen. Nobody's going to offer anything more.
No. The ones that will cave in to that offer, if I were with the Pelicans, I would take that offer because you're getting all these young kids that may have a upside and can probably play together.
Yeah, Magic's not going to go up higher. They're bidding against themselves.
These 2 men here love Zubac.
Yeah, he's good, man.
They love him.
And he's young. He goes good with all those young guys too, but those guys are too young. If you want to win now with LeBron James, you can't have those guys.
Ingram could play good with Kuzma because Ingram controls the ball more. Kuzma does not need the ball. And so you could get those kids together, send them off, and the Lakers are going to have to pick somebody up.
And I think that this was LeBron's plan the whole time. I think when he looked at LA last year, he saw a whole bunch of trading pieces.
That's not what he saw.
And I think that's what he saw.
No, because
I thought he saw a lot of
at
young
one time
talent.
when LeBron went over there, I told him LeBron may be even the one to mess up the Lakers because LeBron is going to want to bring in other players and he's going to send off the young kids, and LeBron is not going to have that power in LA.
I disagree. I think that everything changed when Anthony Davis decided to be a Laker, and that's when he changed his whole attitude about the kids and said, you know what, if I have a chance to play with a generational player like Anthony Davis, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this guy.
So now, if this trade doesn't happen, Are they going to be able to play together?
I think once all these trade rumors get out, all the psychology comes out, and they're, you know what, this is our team. I think they can get it together.
I think since they're so young, I think it's going to stay with them.
It might. You might be right.
No, they're gonna realize how much of a business it is, and you have to get over it. You want to play the best you can possibly play. You want to train in the off season as hard as you want to. You're a professional now, and it's not about you. It's the organization, and they have to learn to get over it.
And
I don't care what age they
that
are. They have to get over it.
Anthony Davis came out saying that he will only sign. Now he'll sign with the Clippers, the Bucks, or the Knicks.
He said
I mean, yeah, he came out saying that. Now you know that he's saying that so that they won't be tampering any tampering with the Lakers. He's saying that because one, those teams have nothing to offer. Who are the Clippers going to offer? I mean, come on, Beverly. They have nothing to offer. Knicks traded away their best player in Porzingis. Who do they have to offer? The Bucks. Who are they going to give him? Thonmaker? Because they're not going to give him Greek Freak.
That would be good.
You know. So that's my point.
Good point.
Well, that's a good point.
Now,
I thought you had already spoken to AD.
Now for next year, can you imagine if they have Davis, LeBron, and Leonard in that one team? That's going to be a great team.
It's going to be the championship.
I
That's
think
gonna be a
that even
championship
even if Leonard were on that team now,
They
it
would
would
be
be a totally different team, and they would have had a great chance. You don't know how good
They'll probably have to wait a year and then take all these veterans that will take the minimum to play for a championship team, which will happen, I believe.
I think it may happen.
I think I was right.
Carmelo's ready.
When they first got LeBron.
Please, no.
LeBron just may break up what the Lakers have going right now.
LeBron's making the Lakers, man. He's gonna bring Anthony Davis. Kawhi is gonna come, or either Kawhi or Thompson's gonna come. Some other people are gonna come.
It's just that you're not, as a Laker fan, you have to be patient because these players will emerge.
Man, how much more patient do you want to be? How many years has it been?
They're still under 21, 22 years old.
When was the last?
Look what happened. Look at the D'Angelo Russell effect.
No. How many years has it been since they've actually had a competitive team?
Oh, man.
How patient? How patient?
Yes, but these guys are still babies, though.
But how patient do you want to be?
I'd give them another year. Another year. I think they'll be fine another year. I mean, they're still getting pushed around.
That's a question mark.
You know, I mean, but like
I always thought that
established star.
as a Laker fan, it was win now. Every year is supposed to be a championship
every year is
season.
supposed to be a win
but
now
every established
season.
But now
star
it's all
takes 3,
changing.
4, 5 years to develop. If you look at the Greek Freak, you look at Harden, you look at Kawhi, they all took 3, 4 years. The only difference is that they were already with it. Most of them, like Kawhi was already with the established team. The rest weren't, so they struggled. They went through their growing pains, but eventually they became superstars. Now you have to be patient. If you don't want to be patient, then ship them out.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
Well, it hasn't been done yet, but
Okay, just a question for each one of you. What is the best case for the Lakers?
Pelicans accept the trade offer. They get Anthony Davis. Championship this year. That's what I think. Yeah.
best. I think the best scenario would be that they get to keep either Kuzma or Ingram, and they get Anthony Davis.
I think that the trade doesn't
I don't think that would happen.
I think that if the trade doesn't happen, it'll be fine. They'll do fine.
But they
get
won't
better.
win.
They're not going to win this year, but they will.
I think they'll compete. I think they can get to the Western Conference Finals with the team they have right now.
Wow.
Nobody disagrees?
Let's do a deuce. I know that's a no.
All right. So that's kind of interesting. Any other topics that you guys wanted to cover today on anything at all? I don't think there's much going on in sports other than what we saw the NFL and the Lakers. I brought my Spurs shirt just in case I needed to pull it up for some reason, but no need to bring it out today.
Well, you do know that the talentless Spurs are in the 5th spot in the West right now, so they're doing pretty good.
I think they're like 1 or 2 games apart from the 8th as well.
Maybe 3 or 4. They're in the 30s.
And everybody's bunched up there.
But we're still in the 5th spot. Where are the Lakers?
It's okay. We'll get up there.
Okay.
All right.
They're working themselves up. Guys, thank you very much for joining us for this Man Cave talk, and we will talk to you next time.
All right.
Amen.
Deuces.
Adios.